Looking at your property in Washington, D.C., you realize that selling with a non-compliant tenant is anything but straightforward. In many cities, putting a house on the market is your choice, but in the district, you cannot simply ask a renter to leave or start an eviction just because you want to sell. Local rental laws are designed with heavy protections for the resident. This creates a series of mandatory legal steps that every owner must follow before the property can change hands. Selling an empty home follows a straight line. However, an occupied property in DC follows a path filled with specific loops and checkpoints required by the city. Missing even one of these requirements can lead to frozen capital and mounting legal expenses. This makes the sale a high-stakes process, where your timing and documentation must be perfect. The most significant hurdle you will face is a specific local law that dictates exactly how the sale proceeds. Under the Tenant Opportunity to Purchase Act, or TOPA, renters have the right of first refusal to match outside offers. After providing formal notice, a legally mandated waiting period begins. Failing to follow this timeline precisely can void your sale, forcing a complete restart. Because the stakes are so high, you must keep a written record of every interaction. Detailed logs of repairs, lease violations, and sale notices are your only defense if the tenant challenges the process in court. TOPA compliance is the most common reason DC home sales fail. A single clerical error or a missed deadline can stall your transaction for an entire season. There is a way to move through these requirements faster. Many landlords choose to offer an incentive for the tenant to leave the property voluntarily. This is a cash for keys agreement. In this scenario, you provide the tenant with a specific sum of money in exchange for them signing a move-out agreement and vacating the property. When you compare the costs, a one-time payout is often lower than the price of hiring attorneys, paying court fees, and losing months of potential rent during a legal battle. This only works if you have a written contract. The payment must be tied to a legally binding date where the tenant hands over the keys, ensuring the property is vacant when promised. You should keep in mind that this requires having liquid cash available up front, which can be difficult if your money is already tied up in the property itself. While it might feel strange to pay a difficult tenant to leave, it is often the most efficient way to resolve the situation and finally put your house on the market. Even after you resolve the legal situation and step back inside your home, you may face one final complication. Non-compliant tenants rarely prioritize the upkeep of a property. You may find significant damage, from ruined flooring to deferred maintenance that has piled up over several years. This puts many owners in a difficult position. After spending your savings on legal fees or tenant payouts, you may not have the budget left to renovate the house for a traditional buyer. There is a way to bypass these legal requirements and repair bills by working with a specialized professional buyer. Brickfront Properties and Construction buys homes in DC, regardless of their condition. You don't need to worry about repairs, cleaning, or getting the property ready for a typical listing. They also take over the tenant situation for you. By purchasing the property with the occupants in place, they assume the legal responsibility for lease management and the eventual move-out process. Handing the property to an experienced cash buyer allows you to walk away from a complex legal burden. It turns a stressful, uncertain situation into a clear and predictable exit.